I was just kind of out of my mind. You're hardcore, dude.
It was a weird scene.
I'm just going to start saying like random things like, James peeing on my bushes.
Have you guys ever been divorced? Because after you get divorced, every night is emo night.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Everybody Loves Tom. We are now in full swing in the season. We got episode 2. I'm actually kind of in it this time, which I guess is exciting.
Yeah,
and
you made it.
nerve-wracking at the same time. If you guys are wondering why I have my eye makeup on for when I'm performing, it's because we just got done doing a photo shoot with the band. Shout out to John Primosh. He's an awesome photographer. He shot the whole band, a lot of cool, fun things. So we'll be using that on our tour. But speaking of which, tomorrow we actually have a show at the Majestic in Ventura County, and then we have one in San Diego at the Music Box on Saturday. And I'm really excited. Our last 2 shows in Sacramento and Roseville went so well.
It was awesome.
Back to back. I think we sold out on Saturday, right?
Yeah, and came very close on Friday.
Yeah.
And that was our 3rd time back in Roseville outside of Sacramento.
Such a great
what a
little
crowd.
town.
What
a great crowd, for real.
We love it there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Feels good to be back.
Yeah, oh my gosh, feels like home.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what did you guys think of the episode? I don't know if that's speaking of which.
I think it was an episode.
It was an episode.
No. I actually thought it was really nice because, just coming down, the show has reached into a different stratosphere. It's been, hyper sensational and just wild headlines around the world. But I feel like it was a nice transitional episode with a lot of heart and very pleasant.
Yeah.
I found myself feeling, I don't know. I just sat back and I watched it and I laughed a lot.
There was some funny parts.
Yeah. It was soothing. Have you ever heard me say that about a Vanderpump Rules?
Do you think it was soothing? I felt like, dude, that's like probably one of the heaviest conversations we've ever had. Me and you.
I know. Well, we got to talk about that. I had a ton of pent-up frustration and resentment regarding the business.
Was that the first time you guys saw each other after you came back from your trip?
Yeah. We had chatted. Yeah.
We hadn't seen each other that much throughout this whole situation.
We were on a break.
Yeah.
We were on a break.
And
I felt like it.
I would see Schwartz. I ran into him a couple times while we were out, and it was like, whoa.
Hey. Where?
You
at
felt
the Bayou or
whoa.
one time.
And I think I told you this, because, I never stopped loving you, but it's like, I felt like you were a phantom or an apparition.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you became like this infamous, larger-than-life character, and we sort of fell out of communication. But, a lot of my frustration stemmed from the business.
Yeah, of course.
All of it, let's be honest, because we worked things out personally very early on.
And backlash.
But it's just that, I felt like I was left to just kind of deal with the aftermath. And, at the bar, it sucked. It sucked, man. It got ugly. I saw a dark side of the internet and a dark side of humanity.
It was frustrating.
I never witnessed before.
It was frustrating to, I felt like it was very short-sighted for my business partners to not want me to come back in because
let's keep it positive.
When I went into TomTom, it was always very, very positive. Like people would because this had blown up so much, whether they liked me or not, like people would be like freaking out. Like I was like this, more than normal. This last Tuesday was absolutely packed and a lot of fun. And so I'm really excited for next week's.
It's kind of becoming a thing.
Yeah.
I was reluctant because, it's hard for me to watch the episodes.
It's hard. It's really hard for me to watch the episodes,
especially with other people around. It's and by the way, it's a good thing if you're watching the episodes and you're cringing at some of your behavior. I'm not saying you, but everyone on the show. I think it's a good, healthy thing.
I definitely cringe at my behavior.
I do too. And just looking back for the past 10 years, if you're not cringing a little bit, you're doing something wrong or you're not fully committed to the show.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think it's easy and fun for the audience though to come to Schwartz and Sandy's and watch it with you guys.
Yeah.
Because I think what they like to do is watch it at Schwartz and Sandy's and then look to you guys and see your reactions, then go back and watch it on the TV and then watch you guys and watch.
It's my impression of me watching Vanderpump Rules at Schwartz and Sandy's.
This is me.
Last night.
Yeah.
I'm checking the weather app like crazy. That rain's coming down real hard. Torrential downpours.
Yeah.
We got to evacuate.
Mudslides.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. By the way, I mean, we don't have to get into that right now, but like, just for the uninitiated, people who don't live in Los Angeles, when it rains, this is, I think, what's referred to as an atmospheric river.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
And they are a rare phenomenon, but when it happens, it's serious. Like
It's pretty serious. My backyard is flooded.
Yeah.
The water
my
doesn't go
pool's
anywhere.
about
It
to fill
stays.
up.
Yeah.
Huh?
The water doesn't drain. That's the problem
Yeah,
here.
it stays.
It just stays
especially
here.
when it gets to a certain point.
Oh
for sure.
yeah, that's the problem.
People like our parking spots are narrow here. Our lanes in the highway are narrow as hell. Like I go back home and I just like see highway lanes. I'm like, wow, these are so wide. And people like fly on the highways here because everybody's in a rush, and there are some bad accidents when it rains.
And LA, I think it's unfounded, but it has a reputation of being flaky in general, or having flaky characters. I think it's just that people overextend themselves in this town, and they're looking for any excuse to stay in the Hermitage, just indulge in a little hygge, which was the word of the day the other day. That's Hyggge.
What's that?
It's a Danish concept, which is like indulging in like culture, coziness, warm fireplace.
Ooh, I like that.
Jogging pants, takeout.
Huck-
It looks like it'd be pronounced hygge, but it's hygge.
Hygge.
It sounds like something you get at
Hygge.
IKEA.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've embraced that term.
Yeah.
Do
Anyways,
you want your hygge in like bleachwood or warm rosewood?
I have mine in navy blue.
Okay.
you're gonna Google it. You're gonna love it. Make it a part of your life.
Jason, did you take some notes?
About the episode?
Yes.
Well,
Wait,
yeah.
before we move on.
Yeah, no, please.
Hey,
Yeah.
rain in LA.
Rain in LA.
No, I feel like we just brushed over that. It's a big deal. People, I was on Overheard LA earlier. This is one of my. This is so. By the way, this speaks volumes about just like the culture here. Not to, make blanket statements, because LA is so much more than like the sort of pop culture cliche that you might think of it. But
Yeah.
this rain is nuts, man. There are thousands of dates being canceled right now due to this weather. And that is so true.
Yeah.
How many meetings, appointments, rendezvous, birthdays?
We had an event that was canceled this week as
Yeah,
well.
rooftop. You come to LA for the rooftop bar experience and a little bit of rain,
A little bit of rain.
a little bit of atmospheric rivers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky rivers.
and then that's it.
Yeah. Rivers in heaven.
Wait, you just rebranded them and they sound kind of badass.
Sky rivers.
But they can't be life-threatening, so,
Yeah.
that's like calling a tornado a sky whirlwind.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sky funnel.
My brain's not working. Oh, I abort
Sky funnel.
podcast. Abort this podcast.
Speaking of aborting podcast, after listening to the 2.5 hours of the Nick Vile podcast, I actually didn't listen to all of it, but I caught some things, and I had my cousin Josh and other people watch it. Man,
Still it for you.
Not
your best performance.
dude, I mean, I was up all night. My friend Ali, who passed away, like it's been, at times like, initially like maybe compartmentalized or like because other things have happened, but recently it's like really, really been hitting me. And that night was like the night before that podcast was like the first time it really fucking hit me, and I was literally up all night, just like sobbing.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote like this long thing in my notes. It like really, really hit me. And I was just kind of out of my mind, and because of that, and emotionally, mentally, like just fucking sideways. And, I feel, before I got there, like I know I was late. I was, a wreck. I saw that Nick was like calling me a loser and all that stuff. Like, you know, I can't personally imagine having somebody on our podcast and like referring to them a loser or talking down about them or whatever. I mean, I get, you know, his audience. I would never stoop to that level. You know, I just felt like it didn't seem like a very welcoming, warm place.
I think he just wanted to be on time. He runs a tight ship, but hey, listen, it's not that big of a deal. It's one episode. You were falling apart, and but honestly, you never know when you know grievance is gonna strike, right?
Yeah.
There's nights where I'm chilling at home, seemingly pretty happy, upbeat, innocuous, whatever.
I literally
I'll
almost
just have a flashback to like, I don't know, my dad in the hospital with like a catheter and like a vegetable, and I'll just like have a breakdown. I don't know. It'll just come out of the blue.
Yeah.
You know?
It just hits you.
It was hard because I was grilling you. I was pissed at you after that little episode, but once you explained it, I felt bad. I felt like, oh my God, like we almost exploited you or something.
Oh, I mean, dude, you were like, you were trying to like save me. You know what I mean? Like Pumptinis in honor of pump closing.
No, but let's not. By the way, Nick, Natalie,
yes,
just had
congratulations,
brought a beautiful baby into this world.
Yes.
Baby River Rose. I think River Rose is her name.
River Rose.
Yeah, this is. By the way, there's no alcohol in here.
Yeah,
it's a Pumptini dude. What's in here, Tom?
It's some cranberry, a little bit of lime, some water.
All right, this is a prop pump. What's in a real Pumptini?
I think a real Pumptini, from what I remember, is muddled raspberries with lime or lemon juice, Saint Germain, and vodka.
That's right, I think.
Yeah,
sounds good.
My favorite. But we're gonna reminisce a little bit about Pump. 10 years, and
your first time bartending in a real bar.
Not ever.
For a second
in LA, yeah.
In LA, oh really?
Wow.
Yeah. In LA, yeah.
You knew how to close. You knew how to like start tabs and close them and do all that shit.
Well, not on Restaurant Manager.
Mm-hmm. Restaurant Manager is so
the program.
Old. It's like so outdated.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I've seen newer technology. I saw newer technology in TGI Fridays, like when I worked there back when I was 16.
But when you know it, it becomes a safe place.
Yeah.
What was your favorite drink at Pump?
I would say the Pump and Glory, hands down. You got it pulled up. The Pump and Glory.
What's in that?
Cucumber, lime, Saint Germain, mint, gin. Correct?
And topped with a little fresh ground pepper.
Yep. Wow, that sounds great.
Cracked pepper, it's more aromatic.
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes a huge difference.
It does.
It really makes a big. And by the way, it's on our brunch menu at TomTom now.
It is.
No way.
Yeah,
yes.
Resurrected.
There is.
Classic.
There is the spirit of Pump that lives on at TomTom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking. By the way, I mean during the episode, like they did a little montage, and I teared up a little, man. I was like, I forgot that I had proposition. Why does that sound like it has a negative or a creepy context? That I had asked, me and Katie had asked Lisa to officiate our wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I mean, I was replaying some iconic moments for me. You know, when people are like, when they ask me, what are like some cool experiences or run-ins you've had with celebrities where you were starstruck, or like for me, I think my favorite moment ever was after I proposed to Katie. You know, I was on a natural high, and you know, Lisa.
It was awesome. It was one of the coolest proposals ever.
Dude, it was so, and I was just, man, I was on cloud 9. And that night, like a few days later, Lady Gaga was at Pump. Her and Lisa have a great friendship, and she was in there, and she knew my name, and she pulled me aside, and she's like, Schwartz, let me see the ring.
TomTom too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's like, at Pump, she's like, Schwartz, let me see the ring. And Katie was there, and I brought Katie over, and she's like, oh my God, it's gorgeous. She's like,
wow.
I don't know if she said you crushed it.
Oh my God.
It's like, what's that old
She was talking about the ring on a string. You crushed it, dude.
underrated.
It's an amazing string.
Yeah, what's
Underrated.
What's that old proverb? Like the fish is bigger that got away. It's like as time goes on, that moment becomes more and more iconic. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to maybe embellish a little bit as time goes on.
It happens.
She's like, she looked at the ring and she's like, you know what? We should hang out on a regular basis.
She
I've been
did?
working on a song that I think you'd be perfect for. As this
No, that's how the story goes.
Yeah, it's you know.
That's just how it happened.
That's
as
just
you
how it
get
happened.
older, you tend to embellish things in life.
I've noticed.
Al Bundy style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but
Pump is where I first met Kyle Chan.
me too.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I
Yes.
first met Kyle Chan.
Yeah.
When what was that?
Just
It was at a-
serendipity.
Yeah, it was actually at a party at Pump that I was trade passing at. I believe, right? I had the pink shirt on.
So this was before the show? No.
No.
Because it was-
a season or two in.
But you were
No,
you
it was
were
like season like 2 or 3 in. Yeah.
and you were you were tray passing
3
already
maybe.
during that time still? I thought you were just bartending.
No, like Lisa asked us to like trade pass some champagne at an event, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Course.
Oh wow.
Anything for LVP.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But we
Course trade passing champagne. Somebody always fucking always screws up a tray because what happens is here the trick is when you're trade passing, and I trade passed for many years. I used to do the trunk shows. I used to run up like 3 flights of stairs at the Chanel store. Or
shirt
3
on,
floors.
shirt off.
No. No. I shirt off was only when I wore a leather mask.
Yeah.
Right.
just kidding, I'm
Yes.
kidding.
Tassels. I hate when they make you wear the tassels.
Shut up.
Pinch.
So if you don't know, there's when one glass falls, you don't save it. What happens is one glass falls, people try to save it. The whole tray goes. Yeah.
Tom, one of my first.
Let it just fall. Let the one fall, and then it'll just be one.
This is actually great advice for you newbies that are out there chasing dreams, trying to pay the bills,
Trade passing champagne.
trying to finance your artistic endeavors.
Also, holding it like this, holding a tray like this, it gives you a lot more control and like balance, and it's fun. It's like it makes it like interesting.
Tom, I
take a tray and go like this, and go like this.
Start playing
and
with
go
it a little
like
bit.
this. Yeah.
I remember
Spinning
one of my
it.
first catering jobs, Tom. I was working for Louis Vuitton at
Yeah.
the Louis Vuitton store in Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
fucking Rodeo Drive, and the first time I tried to go up a flight of stairs with a tray of 8 glasses of champagne, I tried to save that one, man. It was wobbling,
Yeah.
and then all of them came crashing down, and
That's exactly
it
how
was
it
fucking
happens.
humiliating.
How much trouble do you get in for that?
They don't get in.
It's like
they were
almost
They were
expected.
so cool about it.
Wow.
Well,
Well-
there was this one wedding where I saw this guy. This was a really stupid idea, but they were holding trays of wine when people walked in to the wedding reception or whatever. And I think it was the reception, yeah. And the bride was like, I guess, on the right side, and that's where they had red wine there. And there was like a mistake, and somebody spilled like the red wine on her dress right as she walked in the reception.
The bride?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And literally, like, that guy he literally just left.
Yeah, they're like, you should go.
I would have
Yeah.
ran.
Yeah, he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then he literally, like, ran. Left. To Pump.
Hey.
Yeah,
Pumptini.
jeez.
Pumptinis.
What was your favorite dish? I mean, before we move on, yeah, a lot of good memories. 10 years is a hell of a run for any restaurant.
I didn't eat there very often, but I had the steak. It was amazing.
Yeah, the steak was good.
The potatoes were nice.
No disrespect, but the fish and chips were like top notch. And we have them at our brunch
Wow.
at TomTom now, and I get them once in a while. But dude, it's like if you have any obligations for the rest of the day and you're going into a coma,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, excuse me.
you don't eat the fish and chips and then go hiking at Runyon,
You could.
or like maybe perform a sold out show at the Canyon Club. 'Cause you'll shake. No. Anyways, she knew my name. Lady Gaga knew my name. Any other good stories from Pump or fond memories?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as fans of the show and viewers, the biggest thing from Pump, with you obviously, is when you did bartend and then you left and had your panic attack.
Yeah.
What was the trigger? What was it that went from I am bartending now to I have to physically leave, I can't be in the space?
It was weird. It's like as we were opening, first of all, I wasn't, and I'll take responsibility. I'll take radical accountability. I didn't train properly.
What did you not train?
On the POS system.
Okay.
They had them in there like 3 days to try on different outfits, but train them on the POS system for like literally half a day.
Well, no, listen. Also, I had some scheduling issues too because we're filming the show, and I have my top obligation is to the show.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I was a real employee, and I was really going to bartend there. But also, I don't know what it was about that night. It was like this sort of culmination of being in the business since I was 16, and I don't know what it was about that night. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I was like, I don't want to bartend tonight. I'm over it. And I know that's like you never walk out on your squad like that. But also the guy at the time, I told him, I was like, but he's a great dude, but he was under a lot of pressure too. But I was like, can I just take 10 minutes right now? I got to regroup. Give me 10 minutes. I promise I'll come back and I will knock it out of the park because I was getting short of breath. I was having a bit of a panic attack out of the blue. And he's like, no, if you leave now, don't come back. And I was like, all right, I'm not fucking coming back. And I didn't. And I felt so good. Oh, my God. It felt liberating.
He said when they opened up the gates for Pump, everybody like just screamed and then started just like charging the bar.
No, it was great. Yeah, but
when you first open a place, like Villa Blanca first opened, I remember like when, I think it was when St. Felix first opened, but like, you know, places I've worked when they like opening, there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of kinks that have to be worked out.
Yeah, totally.
First open, like the bartenders went through a lot. Like it's
like growing pains.
There's just a lot of things. It's like, oh, where like you just run into a situation where you're just like, whoa, like we don't have this big fucking thing that needs to happen, like close by. Like does somebody, and people just look around, they're like, no, like it, like things like that, like oh shit moments, and they're very overwhelming, especially when, you know, you're in the mix and there's tons of people coming at you and they're very amped up, but everybody wants that first drink, like right away. And especially when they're like waiting, like there were people like probably waiting in line for like
some eye rolling, and I felt, you could feel it. It's palpable. And honestly, you know what planted a seed of anxiety or a seed of doubt? I was feeling pretty good actually. And early, like maybe like an hour before we opened the floodgates, the iron gates, dude, I broke a glass in the ice. So when that happens, you have to burn all of the ice, take all of it out. And from that moment on, I never kind of regained my composure.
You never came back from that?
Yeah, I never really.
You just, unfortunately, that shit happens.
Yeah.
When you, through experience, like I've bartended for so long and like in high volume places, clubs, whatever, you just gotta like, people are gonna say shit, they might roll their eyes, whatever. You just say like, hey, I had this just happen, I'm going the best I can, I'm going as fast as I can. And you just do it, you knock it out, you get it done, and then you keep going, and you can only go as fast as you can. Like, you know, I would be working at Sir, and you know, in the restaurant bar, you just got tickets spilling out because everybody gets sat initially at the first time. 2 raspberry mojitos, 1 pineapple mojito, one Sir Cosmo, 2 glasses of this wine, a bottle of this that you got to go find over at the wine cabinet. You know, 2 extra dirty martinis with blue cheese olives that you got to stuff. Like all these things, and just so you know, like all these drinks are muddled. Like Big Pinkies, all of them are all muddled. So you're sitting there muddling all these drinks. And then you got people coming up to you and wanting to start a tab and like order drinks from you, and so it gets very, very overwhelming. You just got to go as fast as you can. You know, that's all it is. That's all you can do.
Yeah, one ticket at a time. Just do it.
You start doing them in like order of like, you do the easy ones first. You put the wine glasses up and you knock those out right away. People are ordering. You have to pour all the sodas too. There's nowhere, like sodas come from the bar. So even the Diet Cokes you got to do. And that's just like, shh. You're like, come on, hurry up. You like, everybody always shakes the fucking thing, like thinking it might make it come out faster, like it's ketchup.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
When somebody orders a water, you're like,
come on.
Yeah. But
anyways, I honestly, I stand by. I know it looked flaky in the moment, but I needed to do it. It was liberating, and it was like I keep saying it was kind of an existential moment. I just was like, I don't want to fucking bartend anymore.
Not knowing the computer system is.
I just was like, I don't want to do it.
That is majorly overwhelming. If you don't know the computer system, of
course,
it's like.
I know. I kind of knew it, but yeah. Anyways, I feel like I redeemed myself that night. Although there was very low stakes, so all I had to do was hand out free shots that I concocted beforehand
When?
at Pump.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, man.
Well,
What
it
kind
was a
of
great
shots did you
moment.
make?
It's an iconic moment on the show.
I made some watermelon tequila. I made fresh pineapple tequila shots, and I made my signature pink Starburst with
Oh, nice. I
fresh
love those.
watermelon, honey, and a little bit of citrus, vanilla vodka. That's like my go-to.
Yummy.
I love that one.
Should we
All
dive a little deeper into the show? The
Yeah,
episode?
let's do
Let's
it.
do that.
A question that I had was, for your birthday, Tom, do you really think that Ariana was going to call the police if you did not agree?
I think if you would have went till like 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m., yeah.
Well, even before,
I would have never done that.
because that's something that we even spoke about
Yeah.
on the show. Was like, I was like, "There's no way she's going to call the police. If you should have people over, she's not going to call the police."
I don't know. I know that it was, like at that point too, like, Ariana had still not paid the mortgage, or any of the bills. And so like, and I very much so would be like, stuck in the room while she had people over, however late. I mean, there were days where, it would be like, she went from like not wanting to party in this house to like not ever wanting anyone over at this house to like literally having tons of people over all the time. And I get it. That's fine.
As a buffer.
Yeah. But no,
Sure.
but like partying, like having dance parties in the living room till like 3, 4 in the morning. Like it'd be like Monday, it's like 5 a.m. There's people stumbling around laughing on the stairs. Like literally I have to like be up in hours. And
And that's why you got the white noise machine.
exactly. And also because
Psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Initiated.
yeah. And also I had the white noise machine because literally I would have a conversation with like Adam, my publicist, or my manager, and then like one of Ariana's friends or someone would overhear it, and then I'd literally see in press a source close would literally be saying verbatim what I said.
Oh my God.
So it was like I had to get that white noise machine because there were a lot of ears on me.
I think she said that facetiously, the psychological, but I think it was actually a nice courtesy because I think you want to limit your interaction as much as possible
Yeah.
while you're figuring out how you're going to move forward with the house.
Yeah.
And also, she doesn't want to hear your voice. You probably don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want her to
for
feel like
sure.
I'm listening to her like
Yeah.
when she's down here talking. Like I want her to feel like she's private. And I would basically just go from my room to the gym and then come downstairs, and Ariana would mainly be like down here and then upstairs for the most part, and that was it. And I thought it was really funny too, like when James, we can get into other James things, but I just thought of it. When James came to the birthday party and he's talking about like, who are these people? Like, those are my friends. They just might not be cast members on Vanderpump Rules, but they're still real people and not strangers. Like James knows Brett Kenyon because it was Raquel's best friend. Like they rode together to San Diego. Like, yeah. Like,
Yeah, well, James just talks a lot of shit, but
He just felt, I think he felt uncomfortable.
you know these people.
Wait, we got to go back to I think the white noise machine is interesting. Because, yeah, like I said, I think it's a courtesy, but, throughout history, sound has been weaponized as a torture instrument.
it sure does. Oh
It
yeah.
has been used for like interrogation techniques.
Yeah.
And that's not what was going on here. But like, if
They use sound in our headphones as an interrogation tactic on special forces. There was mind melting, like wow, 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 and then like the dial-up sound and like all these fucking.
Yeah, but white noise is like, it's like nice to put you to sleep. It's
it
like
literally puts
I
you to
know,
sleep.
but I'm going in a different direction, Tom. If someone actually, if Ariana actually wanted to inflict mental torture or break you, not Ariana, anybody, what song would they have to play on repeat?
Dude.
Dina
Dina
Deadly.
Dina Deadly. Dude.
Can you imagine? By the way, no disrespect. It's a great fucking theme song.
It's just
It's an
triggering for
anthem.
us.
Having to hear it 24/7 for like a week straight, you would snap.
Yeah, I would snap.
What about like Shout? By
But-
the Isley Brothers. Shout. Shout.
I would rather hear that one. But yeah.
Wait, what song?
How about like?
'Cause I'm happy. Imagine like
How
a
about
month of I'm
Crash
happy.
Test Dummies? Once there was this girl who
Yeah, that's in a pretty
got
nice-
into an accident and waiting and
I don't think that would break me.
Oh yeah,
it's really bad.
that's an annoying song for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I just thought
You guys ever play that game where you just like take turns putting like vibe killer songs on, or like just like the worst fucking songs? Like,
No.
no, you never play that game. I smoked everybody, and when we were playing it, me and my buddy Ross have done it before, and I like literally put on that song, and everybody was like, "Oh shit,
That is a
this one
really
takes
funny
it."
game.
Or like "Runaway Train" by Soul Asylum.
I gotta think of some really
man.
bad.
Have you heard this
songs.
thing? I don't know what the term is, but I think it's called like jukebox bombing.
Yes.
People will
Yes,
go
that's
into,
what we do.
People will go into a bar and sabotage
yeah.
the night. They'll put in like $50, $100 and play Creed. Can I Take You Higher? Like 20 times. Not that it's not a great song, by the way. So much unnecessary hate on Creed, but I'm just saying. Like,
No, that's a good song.
I know, but if you heard 13 times
Dude,
in a row, it
somebody put
becomes
on
torture.
the top. Somebody jukebox bombed the Foxfire Room the other day with the Top Gun theme played like 3 times.
They might have been going through something, Tom.
I was accused of jukebox bombing actually once, and it was really embarrassing. I was at a friend's wedding after party, and I knew the groom was really into country, so I went to their after party, and I got there like as part of the earlier group that got there, and I was like, bam, like country song, and it started playing, and the bride came over to me and she's like, hey, stop playing all that country. And I was like, oh okay, sorry. It was like really embarrassing. I was like,
From a good place.
I just like, oh, I know, like he likes all these songs, and I thought you did too, but she's just
Yeah,
like,
like-
stop it now.
Maybe she's more into like cybergoth, like
Apparently.
cyberpunk or something. And
Yeah,
like,
definitely not that
and
country.
like that's her thing. His is
Oh,
country.
yeah.
Hers
No.
is like cyberpunk.
No, that after party, that was it. No more country on there.
Yeah, I was this had me thinking about like jukebox bombing and songs not to play at weddings. I tried to go back and find my list of songs I didn't want played at my wedding. Hold on a sec.
Oh, well, you know what? A classic one is hands up, baby, hands up.
Me and Katie's wedding. Wait.
You had a list of songs they can't play. I can
Yeah.
tell you the ones that they wouldn't be able to play.
Which one?
The ones that I like, because my dad used to DJ weddings, and I'm like, you're not gonna play Tootsie Roll, Moni Moni Moni. I don't want
Macarena.
to. No
Yeah.
Shout. No.
Shout. That's as the brothers iconic.
Yeah, of course. But like, no old time rock and roll. No Tootsie Roll. No what's that song where it's like two steps one time.
I just
two
found
steps
it.
one time.
Oh yeah,
dude, you're not.
crisscross. Everybody,
do not play
got
that
ya.
song.
Cha-cha slide, yeah.
You don't
Do
want
not play. I'm gonna lose my mind up in here.
no brown eyed girl. Please,
No
for the
Brown-Eyed
love
Girl.
of God, don't play brown eyed girl.
You're not gonna play. Don't play YMCA.
Don't play the Love Shack.
Don't play Love Shack. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. Let's pivot. It's getting a little dark. No, but anyways, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No Kiss by Prince. These are all songs you hear at like every wedding.
Yeah.
I love when I spontaneously hear like "Kiss" by Prince if I'm driving in the car, but at
Yeah,
a
but
wedding,
not at a wedding. It's like you hear it in
No.
every wedding.
I know, man. Brown eyed girl. Ooh,
No, brown-eyed girl. That's a rough
so
one.
many weddings.
And it's always the groom or like the DJ being like, "Hey, Mark, this one goes out to your brown-eyed girl, Susan." Brown-eyed girl.
Oh.
It's like always so like douchey. Ugh. Yeah.
By the way, great song. Just over too much of a good thing. It becomes torture,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because I've bartended and I've catered so many weddings. When I hear brown eyed, it's an
Yeah.
instrument of torture.
Oh yeah, but the crowd like loves it. The
No.
wasted crowd. Oh, the wasted one. When we played our first wedding, it was so weird being at a wedding and not really like drinking and kind of working at a wedding. I've never really done that before. But the crowd.
I wasn't drinking during that time.
I remember.
Yeah,
I
that was
wasn't.
my first birthday not drinking too. Since I was what?
Oh yeah, that was around that time. But it was just weird because they were like so drunk at that wedding, and I remember playing and being like, "Whoa, like this is just such a different experience." Like they were just like wasted.
Yeah, they were.
And you're like the help
were partying
at a wedding.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know. It just was.
I had a top hat on.
I remember.
I had a fucking top hat on.
You were
I
very
literally was
fancy.
I was like really nervous because I'm like, are you sure they want it? Because like we have a list of songs. They gave us songs to learn and we learned them.
Yeah.
But they, we did which Bob Seger?
Yeah.
Hollywood Nights.
Yeah. Hollywood Nights.
That song is
Yeah, that
kicks,
was a great
dude.
song.
We should maybe play that again.
Yeah. That was that. Yeah. That was
We
so
should at
fun.
least record it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Hollywood Nights. We learned that one. Hollywood Dreaming, California Dreaming. Sorry,
California Stars.
California Stars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, it was-
So back to the show. So what else you got?
Well, I mean,
Jason has a list of some stuff.
oh
Yeah, no,
So
but
make sure you're,
you
make
have
sure you're
stuff.
close enough to your mic.
oh no, I know. I was just thinking. No, I just watched the episode. I was thinking as sweet as it was not bittersweet, but I was so happy for James and Allie about buying their new house.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, me
absolutely.
too. Me too.
Homeowners and
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Beautiful location, but I gotta be honest, it hurt a little, man. It reminded me because it's like I don't know,
Yeah.
once you become a homeowner, there's like a sense of accomplishment or pride associated with that. It
Yeah.
just feels good to come home to your own and be the king of the castle, not have to deal with neighbors. Neighbors, if you hear this, I love you, but I don't know. It's hard to go backwards,
Yeah.
It stings the pride a little.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful to have a roof over my head, and I'm okay. It's fine. I'll buy a house again someday. But yeah, I just miss having a pool and a hot tub.
I know.
I
It's
miss
awesome.
pulling up in my driveway, just hopping out, and yeah, man, it's hard to have a nice crib in LA and then go backwards.
Yeah. No, and that's relatable for a lot of people, I bet.
What else?
Yeah. Jason, what else you got there?
No, I was going to talk about the birthday party, and obviously James. Well, we spoke about that a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Definitely interesting. I didn't know that he peed on mine and Ariana's bushes.
Well, I like how he asked if that was illegal to pee on someone's bushes.
funny though.
As if that it was very, very funny, but as if like
I'm not gonna lie,
That
I peed
wouldn't
on those
be.
bushes at least 6
So
times.
have I, dude. I get out
we
of
all
the
pee
pool and go-
outside, but I don't think it's legal.
I get
On
out
that
of. I get out of the pool.
I have a little bush. I have a designated pee
Yeah,
bush
me
on the side.
too. I get out of the pool and I don't want to go running inside to use the bathroom, so I pee in the bushes on the side of the house.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So many times.
When you invited him to your birthday, when you invited him to your birthday, did you have any indication that it would go that way?
No.
You thought it would?
In fact, I you could tell I was a bit thrown off initially before I went and talked to him because I was like, I invited him to come and just chill and relax.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, we would probably talk at some point, but I was like, yeah, come on in and like grab, like have a drink or what. I know he doesn't drink, but like, have a drink, chill, like whatever. And
Yeah.
and just like, hang out and yeah, maybe we'll chat. And it's like, no, I got Allie waiting in the car. And I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. He's like, yeah, like he showed up. He's like, yeah, like, what do you want? Like that. And
Oh, right.
I was like, oh, it's like that. Okay. All right. So then I, went and talked to him and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
No, maybe it wasn't that bad.
No, it really wasn't that bad. It happened quickly.
Yeah.
And
it
it's
was
to be
pretty quickly.
continued, so we don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
But no. There have been way bigger fights.
Yeah.
But it just happened. It did happen very quickly. And because I remember.
I think one
Yeah.
of the reasons why I was bothered by that whole situation is because, back in the day, it wasn't 10 years ago, like James did do way worse in a sense, and I never called it the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal is to Ariana, obviously, but like, you know, I eventually got over it, and in fact started just going to bat for him, helping him out, like, you know, just because I would feel bad about him getting ganged up on and dog piled on and stuff.
And his point,
and even like when it happened to me, you know, he dog piled on to me, and it just was like, wow, like you can't like return the favor at all. And then, you know, also I understand why he was upset. You know, he was engaged to Raquel, and, you know, during that time, I just, you know, my world was falling apart, and he's just like sending me like manic fucking insults, like about me, my family, whatever. And I'm just like, dude, I don't have time to deal with this. Like literally, like my world's crumbling, you know? And so I should have dealt with it, and I felt bad about that.
Right. Well, I thought it was really sweet when he did say, like, he lost his big brother, or, you know, something like that, because it does show how he felt about you, you know, and that's something, you know, that's really special.
Yeah.
When you look at someone as your big brother, someone you really love.
Yeah. I mean, James and we're friends, but like there's times where we go like 2 months without talking to each other, like, and seeing each other, you know, months.
Yeah.
And so like, it's not like we're like BFFs hanging out every day, like calling each other every day. Like, it's just not the relationship we have.
Yeah.
You know, we sometimes have done work together and stuff like that, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You probably nowadays maybe hang out with James more than I do, but like, it's been kind of years of that. So I don't know. To me, it felt a little bit like, okay, so you're going to like say this, you know, I've had somebody like within 3 weeks call me their best friend. You know what I mean? Like, but like, and then like used it against me as like a guilt trip type thing.
Weird.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I looked at you as my best friend. It's like, I've known you for 3 weeks.
Yeah, just met you.
Yeah. It's your best friend you've known
strong
for 3
words.
weeks. Yeah, it's a strong word. Yeah.
I also thought it was interesting how I'm bringing it back to when Ariana was talking with Lala, and I think she was looking for Lala to like automatically agree with her about not letting you have your birthday party at the house. Mm-hmm. And Lala, it seemed like she was a little bit defending you a drop.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, wow.
I like that. Speaking of Lala, she did not hit the mark with on emo night.
in what way?
In her outfit. Lala has had a history of like missing the mark when it comes to outfits. Like I remember like my 70s roller party, she showed up as a boxer with boxer trunks and like gloves on.
She still slays.
No, that's the thing though.
Still slays.
That's the thing.
It's great, but like I've seen her show up to like, you know, where it's like cocktail attire and like leather pants and a leather jacket, you know.
But it works for Lala.
I mean, it's just funny to me. Like it's like she like it's very she was I thought she was going to like a Lady Gaga themed party.
She somehow makes it work though.
Yeah, she really, when she does her own thing, she does her own thing.
Yeah. It's great. She looks great. Just, you know, this didn't seem on theme.
Well, I think it's, you do when you do on theme, you really do an on theme. So it's hard to keep up with you when it comes to a theme.
Yeah. I'm just like somewhat, you know what I mean? Like you don't gotta like, you know, have a costume built by a designer, you know?
Yeah. You're just like, throw on some like black eyeliner.
Yeah.
For emo night.
Some like little,
just let your bangs go a little bit.
Yeah. Some like chalks with some black skinny jeans, leather jacket, some stripes, tie,
yeah.
You know, spray that hairspray.
The weirdest thing is like that was me growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't have to dress up for that. You should see my pictures, like my middle school picture. I had like a faux hawk, I wore the things like
the cuff,
like the cuffs with like the studs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like there was real.
phase?
Oh yeah, real emo phase.
I went through an emo. I mean, I did recently in the past 2 years, but not inwardly, not
Oh no.
externally.
Oh boy, you should see some of my pictures.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I definitely had my moments
Yeah.
where I'd wear like a lot of black and white stripes and like, you know,
Like the patches, like the patch.
two studded black belts.
Oh my god,
stack
yeah,
'em,
all
dude.
studded.
Yeah.
And I'd have like patches on, but I wouldn't have them like put on like normal. I'd have them like with safety pins.
Oh
on.
yeah.
Oh man, it was
You're hardcore, dude.
it was a weird scene.
You're fucking hardcore, bro.
It was
Hey,
yeah, it was pretty cool back then.
have you guys ever been divorced? Because after you get divorced, every night is emo night.
No, nice.
Yeah, you mix in a little tequila.
You cry max a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, no, dude. No. I thought we were riffing for a second.
Oh no.
Oh, the old cry max.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Well, on that note,
So
I think I'm going to... What time is it?
I better get out of here.
I got to roll.
Well, let me see how far we've got.
I didn't think Ariana was gonna call the cops. I thought
I think it was... I think...
make sure you're close to your mic. Sorry.
First of all, it sucks for Ann to have to be in that position. Well, it's a unfortunate situation for Ann to have to relay communications.
Man, she really made it look awkward. Like every time you talk to her, she's like, "Hey, Tom, so Ariana
she was so typical.
said if you have people over, she's gonna call the cops."
She would tell you exactly. You know, she would relay the message clearly, but sugarcoating it a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
She would,
That's
she'd
my
be like-
invitation.
She would be like,
Yeah.
she hates you and wants you out of the house, but she put her little like sprinkles on top.
Tom, were you really going to get Ariana a hotel? Which, if she agreed to it, would you have really done it?
Yes, I was like gonna get her like a really sick hotel.
What happens if she was like, I want to go to the Four Seasons
Yes.
for the weekend?
The weekend. Oh, okay.
You were like, sure. If you want to get out of here for the weekend.
That would have been worth the few $1,000s that cost.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But like I was gonna put her in like a sick place that like
Yeah.
her and her friends could like go hang out at, like some place that had like there was more like a suite with like an cool area, hangout area. And, like,
Sure.
Like cause like basically a nice like staycation.
Totally.
You know?
No, I get that.
I feel like I feel like you guys for the most part have handled it pretty maturely, unconventionally maybe staying in the house longer than people
Yeah.
could understand why you. But it's like, dude, there's some forces working against you here, and the market being a terrible time to
Yeah.
probably sell, terrible time to have to do a cash out refi.
Yeah.
End up paying
Yeah.
double what you're paying now. If and,
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I feel like for the most part, on some level, I can respect that you guys were able to stay under the same roof and just, mind your business, stay out of each other's way.
Yeah.
I think it shows maturity. I know it wasn't ideal for either of you, but people love asking me about that. Like, what do you think about that? Isn't that
There were
weird?
there
I'm
were
like, well,
times.
if it's okay with them, it's okay with me.
Yeah, there were times. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people are like, why are you still? It's like, why are you so worried about it? People are like,
Yeah.
how can you? And I'm like, it's very easy. Like, I have seen couples get divorced and still live in the same house, like for years and years and years and years. Literally, like
I did 3 months. It was
and
fine.
and like
But also-
there's people like that do that all the time. And in fact, it's like I'm like further away from her than like you are to your neighbor. You know what I mean? Like if there's a lot of separation, and as well as like I remember there were times where I'd be like down here like heating something up, and she's like going through mail, like we're in the same like room basically.
Yeah.
We're not talking. We're not like
When
whatever.
you came downstairs, is the white noise machine portable?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah, it's portable.
You would bring it with you when you came
I
downstairs?
have it. Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah, bring it out.
Sure.
Wait, I don't know if you're joking right now.
Oh my gosh, guys, this brings back like so many
Horrible memories.
Yeah, like
Well,
uncomfortable
let's hear it.
memories.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the old girl. Wow, that's a good one.
It is. You'd be surprised. You know, I got this idea because the couples therapist that we went to, Ariana and I went to, she had a white noise machine outside her office.
Ah, so you can
So
hear
when you're
what's
sitting
going
in the
on
waiting
there.
room, you can't hear like what they're talking about.
Yeah.
By the way, I did the same. Well, I got one for my dogs because they hear people walking by my apartment door.
Yeah,
And if they drop packages off, so I have a white noise machine that I keep by our front door at all times, and it's worked wonders.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, they bark 90% less.
My son sleeps with a white noise machine.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It reminds him of the womb
The womb.
of Kimmy's vagina.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
We
Call him Old Crowner.
The old crowner. So that's what Kimmy's vagina sounds like.
Wow. I noticed. I was wondering what that was coming from when we were around.
Yep, that's her.
That's great.
That's
We
it.
try to emulate that same type of feeling when you go to the bathrooms at Schwartz and Sandy.
That's
actually.
true.
Not
That's
even-
true. We
Yeah.
have like
There's
a sound bath.
soundscape, but yeah, it actually didn't work last week. But I
I always figure it out.
I know. Well, anyways, it's really cool. I've been doing a rainstorm recently, but I think we'll probably chill in the rain, given that we're in the midst of.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're in the rain right now.
Yeah.
I could hear it.
That's awesome. I love it. A to be continued on an episode. I mean, that's spicy.
It's dramatic.
It's very dramatic. Our show is dramatic.
You do have a dramatic show.
The conversation with me and Schwartz, man, that was like,
It wasn't that bad.
dude, the part where I say, are you still going to stick by me? Or something. And you're like, I'm going to stick by myself or something. You said like, it was pretty
Dude,
fucking cold.
I had my whole dude. I know, but you got to remember that.
No, of course. I'm just saying we've never been like that.
Most of it stemmed from the business. It's like having your life turned upside down, and when you did nothing, it sucked. You know, it was a bummer. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll keep it.
I know. No, I know it was. It
Bummer.
sucked, and I totally
sucked
understand.
bad. It
Like,
sucked so bad.
I was just saying that, like, I totally see your point of view, 100%. I just was crazy to watch because we've never been like that. You know,
Except for that one time when you thought you weren't going to be invited to a birthday party.
no,
Wait, that's the wrong one, Schwartz. Sorry. That's the
It
big
wasn't
one.
a
That's
birthday
party.
No, it wasn't a birthday party. It was that you and Katie had a Christmas party and you didn't invite me.
Well, you were going to be invited. We canceled it, but we were. Yeah.
You had it.
You were gonna. No, we didn't have it.
You had a full party.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
no,
you
we were
did.
gonna have it, and we canceled it, and I hadn't, and then not invited you yet. Anyways, this is boring.
That was recently? Not
It
recently.
was so long ago.
Oh.
He ended
It
up
was like 2
he ended
years
up
ago.
having people over anyways, and then he basically he didn't invite me, and then the thing that got us in the fight was that he didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I was like, no, I hurt my feelings. Yeah,
Damn.
that's all right.
Well, Schwartz, also, you got not your tarot cards read, your astrology read. How do you put
like
it?
A triple Libra.
What is-
core Libra?
Whoa.
Fucking proper hardcore
Just
Libra.
pleasing people every day, all day.
When she read you, when Allie read you, did you feel like it was a lot of bullshit, or you felt like it
No.
was like so real?
Honestly, it resonated with me as she was speaking to me. You know?
Pleasing people all day. Schwartz is really good at pleasing me. You should have him please you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you should have him please
It
you.
was awesome.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Allie's the real deal. I honestly, I was in a moment. I loved it, and yeah.
Have you been back to her or to somebody else
No, I
to
think
read
it's
you?
an annual thing, right?
You
Or
go
I don't
like
know.
once
Or
a
is it-
year?
I don't know.
It's like a checkup.
I have no idea.
It's like a physical.
Yeah, it's like colonoscopy.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I think it was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and yeah.
Well, but did she say you're too much of a people pleaser?
Yeah.
Are you pleasing
Yes.
people less?
She said
Now?
it was going to be the 2020. I think she said late 2023, 2024 was going to be lucrative for me in terms of business, very rewarding.
That's good.
She said, I need to
They can tell all that by the planets, huh?
make a conscious
Jupiter, I
decision to stop pleasing people. All right, this is
Really?
boring. I'm dying, you guys.
Wait, also, I wanted to
wanna
say
put
a
this
shout
up
out
in
to, speaking of astrology and whatnot, it reminded me that Brett Kenyon, that guy that James, whatever, anyways, at my birthday, he got me a psychic or a medium reading,
Whoa.
which I want to go do because I'm not very convinced about that stuff.
It's nice to go in there with an open mind, though. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
skeptic,
but
too.
I promised him he might even come with me, go there with an open mind.
The Hollywood
see.
mediums, I'm very skeptical of.
Yeah.
I wish they would let me bring a friend there. I get to choose. I'm not going to tell them. I get to show up with that friend. So they can't prepare at all before. They meet them. They can have 5 minutes in the room with no computers and meet that person that I bring and then do the reading. Then I would be very impressed.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which Hollywood medium?
No, anyone.
Of like the ones that have a TV show?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, didn't you do that?
Yeah.
And did you feel like it was real?
No.
Okay.
Like nothing.
I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions that get asked, and then they edit it down. It's like you're there for like an hour, and it's like they show like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of techniques in what questions they ask, and
They always ask questions. They make you answer it, and then they make you basically fill in the blanks.
yeah.
I think there are some people with like hyper empathetic capabilities that have
Yeah.
some antennas that we don't have,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of the charlatans out there too. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying the Hollywood mediums.
No, I'm not either.
At all, by the way. I'm just saying.
I'm not either. I'm just saying that, like, I don't want to,
I'm open-minded.
it didn't turn me into a believer at all.
I'd like to get a psychic reading.
Yeah.
I had one when I was young, and it fucked me up. Although it was positive,
Whoa.
it stuck with me, and then I kept going through hypothetical scenarios in which I don't like follow through or manifest that.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy once you hear
I
it.
guess it is kind of happening now, actually,
Uh-oh.
but in a good way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Great. Love that.
man. She was sweet, man. She was beautiful. She just like kind of appeared out of nowhere. I was living in Orlando for like 3 months.
Whoa.
And she came up and grabbed my hand. She's like, "Do you want a palm reading?" And I was like, "Okay." And she did it. And then she told me something, and I asked her a few questions. I was like,
What's the one thing that stuck out that she
I don't
asked you?
say it. I don't say it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. That's spooky.
No, it's okay. It was a good thing. I just don't like it. I think if you say it out loud, it's like going to somehow not come true.
Okay, then don't say it.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
don't
it
say
ever.
it.
I don't think I've ever told anybody in my life.
Yeah.
Spooky.
So good so far.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Professional juggler.
Yeah.
It's a druggler.
Juggler. Professional juggler.
You just.
Means you get paid to juggle.
I'm up to 3 balls now.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm still at 2. Yeah. Wow. I had never seen that music video that Sheena did in 2019. Oh my
Insane.
God.
Sheena, respectfully, I know you probably hear this.
I
but
know, but like, dude,
It was so. It was egregious.
that's so aggressive and like so
Brett.
just like,
It was sexual.
It almost seems like a parody of itself.
no, it does.
I don't know, but I like Sheena's attitude. She's like, you know what? I had an epiphany. I was like, maybe I'm not destined for stardom in the music industry. Maybe I'm not the best singer, but people love a reunion tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
happy she's back at it.
No, I know.
I
Her
love
in the
that she's in the
27s. It's
studio.
great.
Dude,
Love
the
it.
27s are the shit. Like, I love the Good as Gold cover that they did.
Yeah, it's great.
The emo cover, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Emo adjacent.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. And she's dropping some new ones. Yeah, man. Did you unblock Summer Moon yet?
Dude, of course I did.
Yeah, because I was just talking to her, and she like really wants to see her Instagram pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's what seeing that video made me like. That's what got me to block Summer Moon.
Yeah. I mean, jeez.
And I'm just gonna start saying like random things like James peeing on my bushes. That's what got Summer Moon blocked.
Yeah,
Had to do it.
of course.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would you do it?
Right.
I got to pee so bad. Do you have a bush open? I could just.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, I can't hold it anymore.
I gotta go
Really?
back to my dwelling. That's not a house. So I love you guys.
Hey, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of Everybody Loves Tom. And we'll see you next week.